Hold on. I'm gonna get a little closer.
Welcome to Paranormal Nightshift, your home for all things that go bump in the dark, and your fan stories told here. Today's story comes in from Alex, and is called The Ghost Tour. Like most college kids, summer break came by, and, well, I was broke. I went back home and decided to hang out with Mom and Dad. They were paying for college. Their stipulations behind it was that I had to go on vacation with them and hang out with my little sister. Not that a family vacation to Savannah sounded wonderful, but again, Mom and Dad insisted I go to college. They were paying for it, so I'll do what they asked me to do. I went down to Savannah with Mom and Dad, and of course, I got stuck babysitting. Call it babysitting, but my little sister's 14. She likes a lot of the things that I like, video games and stuff like that. One night, Mom and Dad decided that they were going to go out on a date, and we got stuck hanging out. Savannah is rich with paranormal history, and my sister wanted to go on a ghost tour. I'll openly admit, I'm a little bit of a wuss, so we went on one during the day. Mom and Dad were going to be gone late, so it was just the two of us that day. We went on one during the day, and all these ghost tours are the same, right? A walk around these haunted cemeteries telling the same ghost stories that we've always heard. The town witch is buried here, and she's cursed to walk the streets. The old sailor man who died at sea has come back, and he's going to walk the shore. The widow who never was. The tour guide could tell that I was being somewhat disrespectful, picking on my sister, and he said I wouldn't do that. What? Pick on her? No, be disrespectful. These spirits are real, regardless if you believe in them or not. These things actually happened. You ever seen those really old headstones that have pictures on them? The resemblance to me and the widow's husband was uncanny. I mean, side by side, you would think that I had dressed up for one of those old-timey photos that you see in tourist towns. I looked identical to him. And the tour guide said, "Don't be disrespectful. Not here. These spirits linger. The more disrespectful you are, the more they want to prove that they exist." My sister thought it was really cool. She took a pencil and a piece of paper and etched over the tomb. She said, "Look, it's you." It was really weird. But we finished our tour. I'm glad we did it during the day. And we went back to the house. It was time to just relax. I sat on the couch just to veg out and watch some TV. But the front door, started to slowly open. I got up and slammed the door, made sure to give it a good jiggle too. It was all the way shut. But before my butt even hit the couch, the door opened again. This was kind of eerie. But again, it wasn't too late in the evening, maybe 8 o'clock. The sun was still out. I got up off the couch again and shut the door. But the moment I turned my back to the door, the wind caught the door and blew the door open. This is ridiculous. Come on in, why don't you? I should have never said that. The wind blew me back and I fell on the chair. There in the doorway, a woman, the bride. Her skin was gray and rotting. Her hair was long and black and greasy. Her eyes were out. I could see into what looked like her skull. She was dark and pale. I tried to scream, but I was frozen in fear. She walked towards me as I sat on the chair. She began to come closer and closer towards me. I could hear the sounds of pops and creaks as she walked, like stiff bones becoming loosened. She straddled me as if you were a lover sitting on a chair. She pulled her hair back as if she was going to kiss me, and I saw her rotting face for the first time. It was the same face that my sister had sketched down from the headstone. I could smell the rot in her breath, teeth decaying. She reared back as if she was going to kiss me, her tongue like a snake moving around in her mouth. Then my sister entered the living room and screamed, "Get off of him!" The creature hissed and howled, making a sound that I've never heard before. It vanished in thin air. We were both terrified. We ran out of the house and didn't know what to do. The tour guide, that's what we should do. The tour guide, he'll know what to do. He told us not to be disrespectful. How do we fix it now? We told him what had happened, and he, of course, actually believed us. He said, "Did you take something? Did you take something from the cemetery? Did you do anything? All we could think of was the sketch. The sketch that my sister had done. We showed it to the tour guide, and of course he said, this is it. This will bring her to you. You look like him. You talked like him. Now you've taken him with you. You have to destroy it. We threw it into a fire and burned it. Never saw anything again. Never had any sort of paranormal activity. But before we left, my sister and I insisted that we went back to the grave one more time. We left flowers and apologized for my behavior. People can believe what they want, but I believe when it comes to the spirit world, you should always be respectful.